Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Nestled among the peaks of the... Now it's ended.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the three, the small forward. And for the Nuggets, Michael Porter's out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Jokic in at center. Now, here's Jokic. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Murray finds Barton at the elbow. Jokic. 6 on the shot clock.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia, Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
George against Barton. The shot by George, no good.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Solid at guarding both post and perimeter players. That gives him great value. Batum's length really bothersome to shooters. The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Murray outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
So it's Denver now, after the Clippers pick up 2. Murray with it. Shoots over Batum. The kick out to Barton. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. So both teams making some changes here. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Morris. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
It's good. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Rondo going right through the contact and scoring there. He's a lot tougher than he looks.
Murray against George. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Jokic. He's off on that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
Now, here's Jokic. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Chalk up 2 there.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Down low, here's Jokic. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Rondo looking around. Morris kicks to George. Whoa!
Watch out now. And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
The Nuggets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
15 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Rondo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor, and he does both really well.
Campazzo. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so the first quarter is in the books. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Morris. Jackson is out there with Kennard. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Oturu in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Paul Millsap. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Batum comes in for Morris.
Barton doesn't back up now. He really takes on challenges. Even when you rough up Barton, he's going to fight through contact and make it hard for you.
Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Kennard. McGee with the block. Here's Green. Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Green off on the layup.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Kennard with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. A shot by Batum, no good. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. It's a 5-point game. Good on the bucket.
Hey, there's a reason why he shoots such a high percentage, guys. I mean, he picks smart shots, high-quality shots, in close shots that he takes.
Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Up top, Zubac. To the middle. Outside for Jackson. Clock at 4. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Murray dishes to McGee. Murray the pass to McGee. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Kennard's shot is off. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
High post, Zubac. That shot off. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Now, here's Zubac. After the miss from JaVale McGee, Jackson misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
To halt the run. And the layup by Jackson.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
No good from Zubac.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now here's Jackson following the miss by Jamal Murray.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he makes both free throws. 24 seconds left in the first half. Murray against Rondo. Murray kicks to Porter. And Morris comes over to help. A second chance effort. And it's Jokic in the corner. Great look, but off the mark.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
And a close game. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead of both. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Jokic is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Bull in at the 5. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Here's Leonard for the lead. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Murray, the pass to Bull. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Low block shot on the way. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
George passes to Batum, and the shot is good.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. They trail by 1.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And the Clippers call time here. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Bull, he's checked in for Denver. The Clippers trail. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside, George. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Campazzo. And the layup's good off the glass. He has 6. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Now here's Leonard. No points in the game yet for him. Count the basket. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Here's Barton. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo.
And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter. You're not gonna see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Barton. Here's Porter. Drops in the layup for 2. Porter's got his second bucket.
Now you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
And the pass to Leonard. Rebound by the Nuggets. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Green comes in for Jokic. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Patterson's checked in. Pass to Porter. 54 seconds left in the third. Barton passes to Green. 6 to shoot. Back to Barton. McGee. It's good on the putback.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Rondo, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And like the physicality he brings to the floor, outstanding at drawing fouls while shooting.
For the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for JaMychal Green, and Paul Millsap is subbed in for Michael Porter. And the Clippers with a change here too. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Patrick Patterson. To the inside, lets it go. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Down low, and the slam dunk by McGee. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Denver on top, up by 1. And when we return... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot.
Yeah, Rondo just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable at getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issue.
Jokic, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And the Clippers with a change here too. Jackson's checked in. Murray against Rondo. Jokic. Back to Murray. Denver needs to get off his shot. Here's Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Rajon Rondo.
Jokic has great size and mobility. He's very good at forcing the defense's hand and drawing the foul.
And Jokic drops them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Murray against Rondo. Murray with the defensive effort. And they go to the intentional foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Rozier's checked in. Denver in the lead. Murray outside. Pass to McGee. And yes, it's good.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. He dishes it to Batum. Gets a hand on it. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Murray against Jackson. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Stolen by Zubac. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Rondo. And it's Paul George in for Reggie Jackson. And George kicks to Zubac. George against Murray. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Paul George.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic slings it in.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
George passes to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. Passes it to Jokic. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Morris. And an intentional foul right there. Porter's checked in for Denver. Here's George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Will Barton in for Jamal Murray. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last time out. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
The Nuggets making a switch here. Murray's checked in.
When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
Leonard on the wing. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one, and he gets the bucket.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch, and he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Here's Murray. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Jamal Murray really loves being the crunch time deliverer. This guy relishes the chance to make big hoops.
Leonard attacking. Yep, it counts.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Here's Murray. Here's the dish to Bol. Shoots over Batum. And it's Bol that time on the assist by Murray.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bol there with a big basket.
Outside Rondo, and he's going up for the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And, you know, I like that Gordon is a versatile guy who can play both forward spots. He's a terrific athlete who continues to improve.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Rondo against Murray. Money!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Outside Rondo. Dishes it to Leonard. Inside. And stolen by Bol. And foul called. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
And, you know, when Porter Jr. is healthy, I mean, he's got a lot of game. This guy is versatile. He's got good size. He's a multi-dimensional talent.
And Denver has possession. The pass to Porter. Here's the three. That shot is off. From deep three-point range, misses. So the Nuggets win it, probably a little closer than that. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives from... Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the power forward position. Now, here's Lillard. And good that time. And the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Here's Lillard after the basket by Los Angeles. Kicks it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
George finds Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. A nice shot by George.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's McCollum. Paul George making his last shot. Launches a 3. And another 3 for Portland.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
On the wing, George. He's guarded by McCollum. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Portland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Lillard surveying the D, and he lays it straight in. 7 points in the game.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Leonard on the wing. There's the pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity, and that one good.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 7. McCollum outside. Lets it go from 14. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Here's Leonard. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum. High post shot. A shot by Batum, no good. Trailblazers leading by 6. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for McCollum. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Portland with the change here, too. Simons, he's checked in for Lillard. The Trailblazers have gotten 6 of 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. And an intentional foul right there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The free throw drops for Powell. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Rondo kicks to Patterson. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Clippers trail by 10. Pass to Kennard. Here's Patterson. Can they get it? Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. And he commits the intentional foul. Portland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And he can't get the first one.
Such a big guy, Cantor, but also incredibly lean. At the NBA Combine, for instance, he tested out at 6% body fat, an extraordinarily low number for a man of his size.
George against Powell. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Powell in the high post. Off target with the open look.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And so it's Portland in control. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
Yeah, Lillard aggressive in this game so far. Awesome at finding different ways to attack close to the rim.
George against Powell. George double teamed.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. George against Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard on the wing, defended by Jones. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
That's Kawhi pushing the action all by himself there, attacking inside and starting to take charge.
Now here's Powell. Pass to Giles. Back to Powell. And he banks in the layup. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
You think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, He's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Man's checked in. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. And Jones slams it home.
I know CJ plays the two-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo on top, jacks up a three. And the Clippers miss again. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard attacking, and it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Rondo scanning the floor. Here's Kennard. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
Pass to Rondo. And there's the pass to Kennard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That free throw good from Kennard.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Now, here's Nurkic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Simons. Jones. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. 4-point game. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. From deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Here's Giles. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. Portland came out ready to play. During one stretch, they were leading by as many as 11. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The shot by Lillard, wide open, off target from three-point range. And now we've got the intentional foul. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Here's Leonard. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And McCollum with the slam.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
Nobody near George. They get it again. Leonard the pass to Jackson. Outside for Batum. And here is Zubac. Defended by Covington. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go, finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Lillard against George. The jump hook. And Nurkic gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Right side, Leonard. The shot, no good. Good D by Covington. And a wide open look for McCollum. Drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Here's George. And he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 9 points.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the three-point line to knock him down.
Lillard attacking. And it's good for 2. 17 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
Now here's Lillard. 17 points in the game. Back to Kanter. Over in the corner, Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Over George. Off the left rim and out.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Lillard, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Lillard just plays with a flat-out edge. Dangerous as a player who knows how to draw contact inside.
So both teams changing it up here. Clippers trail by 8. Now Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Mann. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Lillard. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. They've led by as many as 11 points. For Portland, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Rondo. Portland grabs the miss.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
The Trailblazers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Both shots good from the stripe.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's Rondo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Enes Kanter.
And Rondo playing with great energy right now, putting the defense in some very difficult spots.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
And that puts him right around 90 from the free throw line. Really good work here in the second half.
And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, unable to change momentum here. And that's an intentional foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now.
Outside Rondo. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes, and what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. Outside Leonard. Knocks it loose. Zubac the pass to Leonard. And here's George. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Batum against Jones. And it's Jones finishing it off.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Trailblazers leading by 17. Simons, the pass to Jones. Powell against Batum. Powell kicks to Nurkic. No good there.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Rajon Rondo. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Anthony's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And you wonder if Paul George finally has a situation here where he can show why he's an elite player, why he's an all-star, but to pay off how hungry he is to prove it with a late postseason run. Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
With the second effort, and finally they hit 1. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Back to Lillard. Lots of room. He gets it in there. And that's now 21 points for Lillard.
Well, he's capable of lighting a fuse and putting on a fireworks show. He'll do it in any building. Tonight he's got it going.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Powell with the steal. Lillard with it. George picks him up. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. Free throw good. Damian Lillard.
Think about just how much focus Lillard has every year about his drive to be one of the best guards in the league. Whether it's recognized or not by an all-star appearance really doesn't have an impact on how he approaches the game.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Covington's checked in. Anthony's shot is off. Clippers trail by 18. Batum wide open. He fires. They get it back. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Anthony, no one around. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
McCollum with the ball. Uncovered. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. Feeds it to George. Zubac the pass to George. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Portland.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Lillard.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Oh, no. Just don't let him get his feet set. Leonard has become a deadeye on the catch-and-shoot opportunities.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Offensive rebound. Outside for George. The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, an accurate three-point shooter. Paul George can get it going from distance.
Now, here's Lillard. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. We've got Will Barton. Jokic is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's McGee in at the center filling out the middle. And for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Anthony. And it's Powell in a two-guard. Now here's Lillard. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Jokic, no good.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Pass to Powell. They get a hand on it. Back to Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. 5 on the clock. The three-pointer, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Lillard against Murray. The kick out to Barton. Murray outside. And he makes good on the layup.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball, just dribbling through defenders like it's nothing.
Lillard against Murray. In the corner, Powell with it. Nurkic against McGee. Lillard outside. There's the triple. Denver grabs the miss. Murray with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Martin from outside. Here's McGee. The kick out to Porter. To the paint. Here's Murray. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Now here's Lillard. 18 feet out. And he hits the jump shot.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Martin in the corner. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Simons. It's hauled in by Gordon. And it's .105 left in the first quarter. The 17-footer, and that one is good.
And Melo's jumper is pure. You feel like it's going in every time he gets a clean look at the rim.
Down low, Millsap, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's McCollum. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Gordon the pass to Bull. Stolen by Cantor. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. Jones, no one around him. A miss that time would have put him up. For Denver, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Dozier passes to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Just 4 seconds left to play here in the first. And here's McCollum for 3. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And now that we've gotten a chance.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets ahead, up 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Oh! He wasn't playing.
That was incredible.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Yep, that one goes in there.
And let's be honest, Murray has never seen a shot he didn't like, especially these mid-range jumpers.
Here's Simons. McCollum outside. And he converts the layup. McCollum's got his first basket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets.
Murray with it. He's got 6. Inside, Millsap. That one doesn't drop. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Cantor finds McCollum. 6 to shoot. Here's Cantor. McCollum outside. Drills the three-pointer. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You got to know McCollum is looking to fire off the pass. This is why you must play up on him.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Murray, the pass to Barton. Back to Murray. Barton outside. Jokic inside. He's against Cantor. Trailblazers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Oh, McCollum in position. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. They trail by 1. Lillard with the rebound. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 43% for the game. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Cantor against Porter. Cantor dishes to McCollum. Lillard with no one around. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and he'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Porter.
Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. He throw good, Damian Lillard.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oops, GA. Nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot blocking abilities when he times it up.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
It's blocked, but they get it back. Murray, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Murray against Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Murray with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Lillard scanning the floor for Murray. That one off the back iron and out.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Barton, no luck. And here's Portland. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Three-pointer, Lillard. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Trying to find Green. He's got it now.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player. Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
To the middle, here's Green, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Both good from the line that time.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
McCollum outside. Traps in the tray. McCollum's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, and sometimes you just got to assume every three McCollum is going to take.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. JaVale McGee is out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. Lillard outside. Powell finds Anthony. Watts at 5 from 18. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his second bucket of the game to go. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Murray against Lillard. Now here's Murray. Defense right on him. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10. Trailblazers leading by 8. Outside Anthony. Lillard against Murray. Now here's Lillard. D right on him. And the foul on Will Barton. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Big group substitution here for Denver. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Nuggets trail by 8. Green inside the 3-point line. Rebounded by Anthony. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Nuggets shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. A nice shot by Dozier.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Simons surveying the D. Nurkic in the post. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. All going up court. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Green. The Trailblazers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Giles. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And it's Little in for Anthony Simons. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Now here's Powell. He has 6. Outside Covington. To the left side wing. 5 to shoot. Little passes to Cantor, and it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Bol. And that one drops for him. Now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
It's Powell on the wing. Cantor kicks to Little. The pass to Covington. Here's Nurkic. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. Denver making a switch here. The Nuggets have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. McCollum outside. That one drops for him. McCollum's got 10.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
Murray, the pass to Green. 2 free throws coming up, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. We're at the end of the third. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They've led by as much as 10. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic, and it's sent. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
And Portland making a change here. Cantor's checked in. Gordon hits both of them. Portland trailing here. Now Lillard. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. Here is Lillard. Over Porter. And that one's good. Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He did it, and it's opened things up for him.
Gordon, the pass to Green. It's Porter atop the key. Shoots over Lillard. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Lillard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Anthony finds Covington. Stolen by McGee. Gordon inside. Covered by Anthony. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Open shot, Lillard. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 8 rebounds in this game. Green passes to Barton. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Lillard kicks to Cantor. Bucket is good.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Nuggets trail. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself. Outside Anthony. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range, there's JaVale McGee with the rebound. McGee's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Passes it to Cannon. Lillard from outside. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He wants the ball. They want him to have the ball. And as usual, he comes through in the clutch.
Lillard against Porter. Three-pointer. Portland grabs the miss. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Giles checked in for Enes Kanter. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Anthony. And it's Powell in for Robert Covington. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lillard. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. Lillard's got 10 points here in the second half. Lillard against Murray. Wide open look. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there. Doing everything he can to rally his team.
Powell, the pass to Giles. Portland moving the ball. Here's Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another three.
Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
Here's Murray. It's tipped. They get it back. Pass to Dozier. Right wing. Murray with it. Covered by Lillard. Another shot. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Can't let Murray get comfortable with that shot. His stroke is just as pure as it gets.
Pass to Giles. Back to Lillard. And it's blocked. Now, here's Bull. He's guarded by McCollum. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there.
Lillard outside. Here's Giles. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 2 on the clock. Tries again. Again the miss by Lillard.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Now let's see what they run here. This is not the time to panic. Work the offense.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
That's tipped, and they're able to recover. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put up. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Murray, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter, and it's Barton in at the 2. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Back to Gordon. The kick out to Porter. The Nuggets with a new 14. Good on the shot.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Outside, George. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. Jokic passes to Porter. Porter can't get that one to fall.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time. This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Murray finds Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Murray the pass to Jokic. In the corner, it's Gordon. Shot clock at 2. Barton from outside. It's hauled in by Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Leonard. That shot off. Barton with some nice D. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Jokic slams it in.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
On the wing, Batum. The shot. Clippers moving the ball around. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Murray. Gordon trying to break loose.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball, just dribbling through defenders like it's nothing.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's George. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
A different look for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
That gives them the lead.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. They trail by 1. 1:52 left to play in the first. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
One of the more instinctive passes over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Here's Jokic looking to end the run, and it's good on the way in. Jokic has got his second basket of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Millsap kicks to Gordon. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And here is Los Angeles now. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And George, here we go. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 11.
Bringing the intensity on the glass. If Paul George is out there, he's going to give it his all.
Passes it to Gordon. Millsap left side. Over to the left wing. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, JaVale McGee is out there at Bowl. Then it's Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Millsap in at the small forward. Patterson bringing the double. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Rondo on top. Barton defending. Rondo's shot is off. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Clearly a foul.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That free throw good from Barton. Both free throws good from Barton. Clippers leading by 3. Now Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. To the inside, Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Jackson looking it over. Pass to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Stolen by Jackson. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Green, he's checked in for Denver. Murray comes in for Barton. Here's Jackson, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. George against Murray. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Here's Dozier. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Jokic. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
On the wing, Batum. A three-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 6. Jokic passes to McGee.
I mean, shades of Vlade Divac there. Jokic is one of the best passing bigs playing in the game today.
George with the ball. He's got 14. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Jokic. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Over in the corner, Batum. Outside, George. Here's Zubac. The three ball. And Paul George with the three. George has got 17.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
Offensive rebound. Here's Jokic. And the rejection by Zubac. And so it's Los Angeles.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds. And that.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Stolen by George.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And they pick up 2.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Clippers leading by 7. And here's Jackson. He's got 6. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Porter against Jackson. Now, here's Jokic. He's got 10. They kick it out to Green. Just 4 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. The second effort. Here's Jokic. And he gets the whistle. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Kennard, the pass to Leonard. It's stolen by Green. One-on-one here. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good. Porter. Greg, so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Nuggets shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
You've got to love the journey JaMychal Green has taken to get into the league, really clawing his way into this team's rotation thanks to his tremendous work ethic.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the lead.
For Denver, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Free throw good, Murray.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Los Angeles leading by 8. The Clippers again turning it over. Here is Porter. Pass to Bull. In the corner, Murray with it. Kicks the Bull. Patterson bringing the double. Bull, that's good.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bol. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Rondo looking over the floor. Down low, Morris. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Morris has got 6 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Rob. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
At the line for 2.
So he gets them both. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. 1:24 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Rondo.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Here's Bol. Lays it up and banks it in. Bol's got his second bucket.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Back to Leonard. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Gordon. And they're pushing it up. Denver passing it around. Barton outside to the middle. Here's Bol. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 6 points for Bol.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Rondo passes to Patterson. Back to Rondo. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Out to Morris. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Barton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Barton's got 10.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 6-point game. And the pass to Gordon. Up top, Barton. Millsap in the corner. This one for 3. Jokic kept alive. Gordon kicks to Millsap. 3-pointer, Barton. The Nuggets with another miss. Los Angeles leading by 6. Jackson misses.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Passes to Barton. Gordon deciding where to go with it. He kicks to Millsap. Here's Jokic. Feeds to Millsap. A second chance effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Millsap able to use the threat of his shot to get the defender off balance.
And the first one drops. And the Nuggets making a change here. Murray's checked in. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice to system.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
On the wing, George. He's covered by Murray. Zubac's no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
You have to give credit to the defenses protecting the rim, closing out hard. This one's been a grind.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Millsap passes to Murray. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Jackson passes to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Outside Millsap. Denver calls timeout. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Jackson. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. And see if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
Rondo passes to Zubac. The three from George. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Murray kicks to Dozier. Porter looking it over. And finished off by Porter.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy. Someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Nobody near Leonard. The offensive rebound. Zubac, the pass to Rondo. Outside, George. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. George has got 22 points.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Now, Jokic. Pass to Dozier. And the rejection by Zubac. And he gets it back. Jokic up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bowl there with a big basket.
Leonard, no luck.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
Bull kicks to Jokic. Dozier passes to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Dozier, defended by Batum. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost. And with
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And the Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. Now, here's Covington. Batum brings the double team. Lillard, right side. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Leonard. And it's Lillard missing. Now the Clippers with it. It's a 3-point game.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
McCollum outside, pass to Lillard. Tries again, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And he can score from all over the court, but Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area, but sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Here's George, following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's Batum, Covington with the steal. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's McCollum. Banked in off the glass.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Now, here's George. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here's McCollum. Cans it from short range. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. McCollum against George. The 15-footer. Here's Zubac. Another shot. And that one, good. Zubac has got his second basket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Robert Covington. Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Rondo. Pass to Leonard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Leonard's got 5 now. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Lillard fires away from way outside. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Now here's Patterson. Rebounded by Anthony.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Lillard with no one around. And that one goes long. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Rondo on the double team. Lillard from outside. The putback, and Kanter able to finish.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Rondo against Lillard. Rondo, good. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Pass to Kanter. Lillard left side. Got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard...
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Kennard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the shooting guard. Here's Patterson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Anthony.
Boy, when Patrick Patterson doesn't shy away from contact, he is so effective. This guy's solid at the line.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Portland trailing here. Inside. Kicks it out to McCollum. They double team McCollum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington comes in for C.J. McCollum. Outside Jackson. Now the pass to Kennard. And there's the feed to Patterson. Tries from 7. Rebounded by Anthony. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And then Jones with the jam.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Anthony drawing the double team. Pass to Simons. Now Anthony passes it to Simons. Jones dishes to Nurkic. And the clock. Jackson comes over with the double. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. That shot off the mark.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Well, a convincing finish by Patrick Patterson, giving us a demonstration of the kind of power he has at his disposal.
Here's Simons. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Here's Kennard. Patterson can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 4. Covington with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Batum with the steal. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
Now, here is George. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And they get it back. Second shot opportunity. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
It's stolen. Now the Clippers moving it up. And then George with the jam.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. To the paint. Covington's shot is off.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Lillard with it. Ready now by Jackson. And it's sent back by George. Count that bucket.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Outside, George. 55 seconds left to play in the first half. George double teamed, just 5 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 6 points for Paul George.
I'll tell you, that's the speed of Paul George on the drive. Amazing attack on the rim.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Goes up. And George with the stuff.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And Portland with another turnover here.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Norman Powell subbed in for Robert Covington. Batum wide open, he fires. And the dunk by Zubac.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
And a deep three from Lillard. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And so it... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Kent. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on. That.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Paul George really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in its center. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Now here's Lillard. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
And here's McCollum for 3. And that one is off. George with the defensive effort. And It's Paul George with the finish.
And make no mistake, Paul George is a fierce finisher inside.
Here's Lillard. He's got 9. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi. This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity. You know, 2 things happen there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
McCollum, no good.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
And that one's good, George.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Trailblazers trail by 9. Powell, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 9. Sinks the triple.
No 3-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Here's Mann. Zubac trying to break loose. Mann gets the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 10.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
And here is Los Angeles now. After the missed 3 from Damian Lillard.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 9. And then Leonard with the dunk.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
Powell for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Morris outside. Fires from deep. The shot missing. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Up top, Cannon. Anthony nowhere around. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Anthony's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line in this half.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Now, here's Cantor. Simons, the pass to Powell. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. And Morris throws it down.
Well, we're talking about a multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Huge hands, creates lots of turnovers.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Powell, the pass to Simons. Rondo on the double team. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. In Portland, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Rondo. Makes it off the glass. Rondo's got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Carmelo over Morris. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, I love the attitude of Cantor. He is relentless on the offensive glass. How about that throw down?
Rondo can't get it to go. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Jones has it in the corner. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Beyond the arc. And it's Simons missing. Leonard against Cantor. And that one's good. Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
Powell for three. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Yeah, a big-time three.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Clippers leading by 9. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. They get it back. And another shot. The layup missed. Trailblazers shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Zubac against McCollum. Sinks that one from the post.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Outside Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. With the putback, there's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
The drive by Jackson. Batum dishes to Jackson. Batum passes to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Covington with the steal. It's McCollum on the wing. The dish to Covington. Out to Anthony. Anthony on the wing. Over in the corner, Lillard. Off target with his 3.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
George with the bucket.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Again, the miss by Lillard. Los Angeles leading by 9. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Now Zubac. Down low. Outside for Jackson. Leonard with no one around. No good on the triple.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. That one goes in.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Jackson against Lillard. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And there's the pass to Leonard. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Well, guys, Kawhi may not have averaged 20 points per game until his 5th season, but now it happens with regularity.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Pass to Anthony. Back to Lillard. Feeds it to Nurkic. Batum with the steal. And George, here we go. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
There's a toughness in the attitude of Paul George. Perfectly fends off the D on his way to the rack.
Lillard way outside, but they'll get another chance. Batum grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 11.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Clippers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Leonard.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Anthony finds Covington. Here is Lillard. It's rebounded by Leonard. Outside, Batum. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, down low. Not going to go that time. Murray with the defensive effort. Here's Jokic. He can't get that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Powell, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Man, I didn't know he could get up like that.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. He gets that one.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Here's McCollum. Denver grabs the miss. And stolen by Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And the basket by Gordon.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
And the basket by McCollum.
That's exactly the shot they're looking for.
For Denver, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Lillard against Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Fires the 3. No good that time.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Lillard against Gordon. Steps back and fires. Jokic grabs the miss.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Here's Lillard, following the score by Aaron Gordon.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Barton finds Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Now here's Porter. No points in the game yet for him. Jokic on the follow.
Well, Jokic is big, Jokic is long, and he does a great job there of corralling that ball and taking advantage of his length.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic, kicks it out to Lillard. Nurkic in the post. He's against Jokic. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Portland again missing.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Porter passes to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Lillard from outside, and it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lillard outside. And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Trailblazers, Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1. Simons, the pass to Powell. Outside Anthony. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Campazzo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Clock at 6. Pass to McGee to the inside. Dozier. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D from Kanter. Trailblazers trail by 10. He dishes it to Anthony. Back to Kanter. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Clark. Outside Millsap. Campazzo. And no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The Nuggets leading by 8.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Simons, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Millsap at the elbow. And he banks in the layup. Millsap's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, Millsap, the go-to guy here. This offense has some sets where they like to get him the ball in some isolation. Good work on the inside that time.
And they continue to control the glass.
1:31 left in the first half. Back to McGee. And the basket is good. McGee's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's Anthony. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Melo can play big down there in the paint, so using his size that time to draw the contact.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Murray dishes to Green. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lillard way outside. The long distance three is buried. Lillard's got 5 points so far. Murray with it. Left side, Porter. Dishes to Green. Outside for Murray. Jokic on the follow.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
You want evidence of Lillard finishing at the rim? I give you Exhibit A.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Here's Murray. Rebound by Nurkic.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so it's... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. What a start it was for Aaron Gordon. He had 8 points and 2 rebounds. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
We've got Gordon. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Covington's shot is off.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Here's Lillard. He's got 7. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 10 points.
Gotta like watching Lillard pull right up on the defense. Outstanding at catching him off guard.
Lillard against Murray. Porter passes to Jokic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. He has 6.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Lillard outside, and Lillard throws it down.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Murray against Lillard. Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Lillard outside. It's McCollum on the wing. Lillard against Murray. Pulls up on the elbow. And it's Lillard missing. The Nuggets leading by 8. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Lillard outside. For Murray. That one a little long.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Barton, good, and the assist goes to Murray. And now it's a 12-point Nugget lead. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
There's a lot of potential left in the tank for Jamal Murray. He's able to play both guard spots, but it's that sweet jump shot that has his teammates and the coaching staff salivating about where his ceiling is.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Over to the wing. Got a piece of it. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And McCollum with the slam.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
The Nuggets have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And so he makes both from the line. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Simons. The feed now to Kanter. Portland moving the ball around. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Simons. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Pass to Kanter. Fires it up. That one doesn't go. Excellent D that time there from McGee. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Out to the right wing. To the middle. There's the pass to Millsap. Over Anthony, and Anthony sends it back.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
That's tipped. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got his second bucket.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, they've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. Shoots from the high post. That one wide left. Denver leading by 12. Here's Gordon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
In an active player, Gordon can be a handful to keep up with throughout the course of the game.
Denver making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Lillard. Drops it in from 11 feet. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Murray against Lillard. Now, here's Kanter. He's guarded closer. 5 to shoot over Jokic. Kanter's shot is off. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. And it's Jokic missing. Shoots off the step back. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Passes it to Cantor. And here's McCollum. And here's Nurkic, defended by Gordon on the left block. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nurkic with the pump fake does a good job fooling the defender that time.
And he sinks the second. And Denver has possession. 11-point game. Knocked loose and stolen by Lillard. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Jones finds Lillard. Cantor with it. Back to Lillard over Murray. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Lillard.
That's the strength of Lillard's game right there. Gorgeous arc, too, on that jump shot. Up in the air a little bit more.
Murray against Lillard. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Lillard's got 11 points in the quarter. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Lillard from deep 3-point land misses the 3. The Nuggets leading by 8. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Cantor. And it's Powell in for Derek Jones. Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Back to Lillard. Takes a 3. Cans it from downtown. Lillard's got 28 points for the game.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Here's Jokic. Sweet move. 2 points. That one goes. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 8. 30 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, what's your take?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field
flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up, and that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And the technical free throw is good.
And they'll take that freebie. That technical foul bumps up the lead.
On defense, Portland, they trail by 6. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to Porter. 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Jokic.
Man, Jokic is making all kinds of plays here tonight. Very aggressive on the offensive end.
And a deep three from Lillard. The putback, it's off. So we see Denver get the win here. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.